Hey, what's up, everybody? We're down at Town Square again. We just got FSD 14.1.3. Looks like this version's going pretty wide to a lot of new users, even people outside of uh, the early access group. So that's really exciting. So we're down at Town Square. We're gonna do the exact same route that I did on version 14.1.2. We'll kind of see if we notice anything different, any improvements, any regressions, and just an overall experience of how well this version does. All right, I've got our destination set for that first charger, and I'm going to go ahead and hit start. Got some pedestrians on the left. We're on the standard profile. Um, if I notice any traffic today, I will switch around to different profiles, but kind of want to mainly test what the improvements could be on our destination options. If you saw my last video, you noticed that this first charger, it was not able to reverse directly in the center of the lines, kind of crossed over into two spots. So we're going to test out and see if that's been improved. A car stopping in the lane here. So we're reacting to them. It seems like the car knew that they might come back into the lane, so that was perfect. Got a roundabout here. The car was coming without a blinker, ended up turning right, so we can proceed now. If you notice anything in the video that I don't notice, make sure to let me know. There's some pedestrians coming up to the crosswalk, so we'll wait for them. Got an unprotected left here. See what this car is doing. It's slowing down for the speed bump, so we had enough time to go ahead and proceed with our left turn, even though they didn't have a stop sign. So it'd be real exciting to see if they actually just keep releasing this version to more and more people, or if they find something they need to work on, keep iterating, or decide this is good enough. Let's update it to 14.2. Again, following the signs for Tesla charging. Pull around to the back of the parking lot for Lazy Dog. A few more Teslas here. I know if it were to pick a spot in between two Teslas, I'm sure it would be perfect. But optimally, you don't want to be right next to somebody. You want to split the gap if you can. We're not going to plug in, so it's not a huge deal. But it looks like it might be splitting the gap here, which is really good. Coming into the spot, this time looks perfect. It's a little on that right edge, but we are in the line. So this time, success, parking at the charger. All right, let's go ahead and find our next destination. Turn these off. Let's see, we want to go to the Wynn again. We're going to choose the parking lot. Let's see, where are we? Losing track of us. Here we go. Okay, so let's test out this self-parking garage here at the Wynn. So it's as easy as picking a destination. Go ahead and hit start, and then we're off to the races. If you hear jets right now, I apologize. We're right by the airport and getting crop dusted. Got a car coming from the left, and we do have construction cones here. None of this should be an issue for version 14. Perfectly finds that right turn access lane. Okay, we had a yield and did not stop since it was clear to go. Swiftly getting up to speed after that right turn. Felt really comfortable and confident. And perfectly getting us onto the highway. So if I tap self-driving here, you can see we've got all our options for the destination. Parking garage is already selected, as that's what I've selected in the past, and it remembers your preferences. So far, I've not been able to reach the ticket machines when pulling into the parking garages here on the strip. So we'll keep testing this. Hopefully this version will help me get a little bit closer to that machine so that I can reach the ticket, not have to disengage, and let the vehicle park itself. I was looking at the screen for a little bit of a prolonged period, and you could see that the driver monitoring is still very active and making sure that we're paying attention and being safe. I believe we need to get over one more lane for our exit, and it looks like it is waiting. Nope, this lane does exit. So the car knew better than me in that situation. Slowing down to match the speed and get behind these vehicles as we need to cross over multiple lanes to get over to the left for our upcoming left turn onto Las Vegas Boulevard. I love the continuous lane changes to get over instead of zigzagging. That felt really good. We are in the leftmost lane and it is closed ahead, so we'll have to merge back over to the right. Okay, accelerating and putting the blinker on, showing intent to the car that was to our right. No issues merging. Then the car understanding really well how to get over to the left turn lanes, even though there are construction cones blocking off a big section. Gonna bus in the right lane. This time the car not even attempting to get into the right lane yet. That was handled perfectly. Okay, we've got our parking garage, self-parking to the right here. Last time it took us all the way to the top. We'll see what happens this time. Looks like all of these levels have parking. This time it looks like it's choosing level 2, which is very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my window down. And we're going into lane 2. Okay, it is still not close enough for me to reach that ticket. Let me see if I can get that ticket. Hold on. I'm So it still didn't give us enough room for me to reach the ticket. I brought something to help me push it, but I couldn't reach the ticket afterwards. So again, not quite getting there. Let's set our destination here again and let it find parking anyhow. And then we'll test out exiting. A lot of parking options here, and it's choosing a little bit of a tight spot. Nothing wrong with this at all. In future versions and polishing, though, I think maybe if we could train it to find areas where it can park, even especially if it's nearby where you currently are, to find spots that don't have adjacent cars. Obviously, that'll help people out. I know there are a lot of people that don't want to chance door dings, so they would prefer that. All right, well, fairly successful. The only issue so far is I still could not reach that ticket machine. It needs to get over to the left. I'm not a tall person. Maybe if you were 6'4", 6'5", you could have that arm reach to get there. Although even I still think that would be a stretch on this. Okay, let's try the next destination, which is going to be the Peppermill. Take me to the Peppermill. I really love how we can just say a destination and hit go, and I mean, it's ready to go and goes right away. Okay, exit is to the left, and it has the correct indicator on. And this is our exit. And it is choosing the shorter lane. I love that. Let's put our window down. Still, okay, now it's edging a little closer, but still not quite close enough. I'm able to get the ticket in there, but it's a stretch for me. Still massively impressed with parking garages. I mean, the fact that it knew how to get into and out of that garage without any searching. That was pretty amazing. Okay, we got the green light here. Traffic's not going to be crazy today, so we shouldn't have too many issues getting to the rest of our destinations. You can see for the Peppermill, we have parking lot selected. There's no parking garage option as they don't have one. We're getting out of the right turn only lane. And we have the Peppermill to the right. It's Monday night. We should have some parking here. There were some options there, but it looks like it's pulling around to the other lane. There's plenty of options over here as well. And I imagine it's just going to pull in and we're good to go. Got us in the second spot up front. Perfectly pulls in forward facing. Love it. All right, let's head out to the next and final stop, which will be Fremont Street Experience. Take me to the Fremont Street Experience. Looks like it didn't get that full name. Take me to the Fremont Street Experience. Okay. Let's see. Let's head out. Reversing out of the parking spot now, and then last time it tried to take us out the entrance, which I did have to hit the turnstile to correct that, which it handled perfectly after I gave it instruction. This time it knows what to do and we're able to get out, most likely due to it being clear and not a lot of pedestrians here. Got a couple people here. I love that it decided to wait for them. And then we're wide open now, so we can just go ahead and proceed. So the last time we tested this out, we were able to get to Fremont Street Experience. It was a roundabout way because of traffic, but we did get there just fine, and we did park on the street as we got there. The only issue was we did park in a commercial vehicle only parking area. So ultimately, I'm not exactly sure outside of map data how we're going to handle that. The signage that displayed that was, the font on it's very small, so even if the models were able to read signs and understand the languages of signs, then it still would be very difficult just because of the font size. We're not going to have much activity probably to test since we're going straight down Las Vegas Boulevard, but you can at least enjoy the views. Getting ready to pass the stratosphere up ahead. Looks like the car is choosing to go around slower vehicles. Car is merging over to the right as we need to be in this lane in order to go straight. This area of town's pretty easy to navigate or manage with the vehicle. The only issues would be there are a lot of people that will just wander into the street here, so you have to be very cautious about pedestrians. So I don't know if you can see this here, but you can see we are in self-driving. FSD is engaged, and it says our profile. We can tap on standard and it'll show that we want street parking at our destination. But if we close that out, you can see it doesn't say what type of parking we're going to do. As we get close to our destination, that'll actually show up below the speed profile. We've got the green light, but we do have somebody in the street we need to watch out for. And it's properly getting into the right turn lane here on 4th Street. Okay, you can see Fremont Street experience up ahead. And now under standard, you can see the word street. What that's explaining is our destination parking option. And we do not have any, so this is that commercial area where it parked last time, where all the cabs are. We don't have any options there. So it is continuing forward. We'll see where it decides to park up ahead. We do have street parking here, but it is completely full. So it looks like we will be navigating around until we can find a spot. We've got a green light, but we also have pedestrians crossing the crosswalk. Okay, we did have a spot right there. It could have parked. Interesting that it didn't select it. Maybe it's wanting to get us closer to Fremont. Got somebody crossing the crosswalk here. For a second, it looked like they might not have proceeded into the crosswalk, but then did. Okay, there's no parking here to the right. This is all for cabs. If it tries to park here, I'll take over. And it looks like we're at a red light here. We can proceed up forward. I think a little bit further. No, there is a sign here that says stop on red. I just noticed that. You keep an eye out for people jumping out across the street. Sometimes people don't pay attention to the rules here. A little bit of braking as people are coming forward as if they were going to come out. But it did a really good job at handling all that. Looks like we're going to turn left again here and see if we can find something on the street. This time we'll be going up 3rd Street. Let's see. Can't remember if that's what we came up last time or not. We've got somebody in the oncoming lane to our left that we'll need to watch out for. I think they thought that was a one-way street. Okay, I don't think we'll be able to find street parking here. But we'll see how it handles this. We'll need to do a U-turn. Okay, it looks like it's gonna park here, which there's no parking allowed here. Now it's got a U-turn. Yeah, it went ahead and parked. So there's no parking here, but it did find a street spot. it's just gonna have, I guess it's gonna have to look at map data here to figure out what we can do and where we can park. So let's try one last option. Take me to 11th Street Records. This is real close by. Let's see if we can get on. Um, let's take Fremont. Let's see if we can get some foot traffic. Okay, we need to do a U-turn here. This car is doing a good job at doing a U-turn. We'll do a 3-point turn to exit. So if I had curbside selected, that actually would not have been a horrible place to do a curbside pickup or drop off. But since there's two tabs, we have park. You can see on here, you've got two tabs. You've got curbside and then park. Any of the park options should be finding available public parking where it's parking is allowed. Again, I'm not sure how it's going to figure that out without map data, at least initially. In the future, I imagine wouldn't be too much of an issue to read the signage and understand what's allowed and what's not. So it looks like it's not going to take us on, give us an option to go down Fremont, which is fine. But we'll take it down there and we'll wrap it up at this last destination and give you my final thoughts on everything. All right, as we're getting close to the destination, I guess I'll give you my final thoughts. Definitely feels like an improvement over .1.2. So 14.1.3, we definitely saw an improvement at the charger with parking at a charger. I definitely saw some improvement in the ride handling. It's a lot smoother, not as much jittering or brake stuttering or stabbing, as people would call it. I did see an issue with getting close enough for those tickets to get in the parking in the multi-level parking garage, though. So that's still persistent. We'll have to keep testing that with each new version. But overall, pretty much didn't have to do a thing. It was able to get us to the Peppermill with no issues. Found a parking spot. Was able to get us to Fremont Street Experience fine. It just couldn't find a parking spot in the correct area. So there's no parking lot here. It's got parking lot selected. But there is curbside parking right here, so this actually worked out pretty well. All right, well, I'll continue to test out these versions. I really appreciate you guys watching, especially if you watched all the way to the end. If you notice, again, if you notice anything that I didn't notice, or if I was incorrect about anything, let me know in the comments. I really appreciate the feedback, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.